Hello, everyone. Welcome to knowledge sheet number 21 Skepticism. Ignorance is being a skeptic and not knowing it. If you think you are a skeptic, you are no longer a skeptic. You already have a clue of something beyond. So, in reality, you can never know when you are a skeptic. The moment you become aware of your own skepticism, you are no longer a skeptic. A skeptic is stuck in a paradigm that closes off all other possibilities. But this creation contains all possibilities. As you understand how paradigms shift, skepticism drops. A real scientist can never afford to be a skeptic because skepticism will not let him probe into unknown areas of existence. When I used to play chess initially when I was a child, I did not have any idea of the depth of the game. So I used to play very fast. I should not think for more than like 5 seconds, 6 seconds per move. Then the more you start knowing, some knowledge comes into play. You receive some knowledge, then you start appreciating the depth of that subject. So then the more you know, the more you realize how much you don't know. Then when you come into the space of I don't know, then normally that I know it all attitude goes off. Then you start thinking more, then you start exploring more. Then you give space for all possibilities in life. So later on, when I started playing chess, I had a reverse problem. I used to think so much that I used to many times lose games because I took so much time in making my moves. Skepticism is an I know it all attitude, and this attitude is unscientific. Skepticism is dispelled by knowledge. Now, when in our day-to-day communication, when we really want to share something, when we are very convinced about something, and when we talk to others, so because they have not experienced what you have experienced, so their skeptical attitude comes into play. Now normally in these situations, what happens? A very simple conversation turns into an argument. Your intention was very good, you wanted to share something, but then it turns into sometimes a bitter argument. Okay? And after such an argument ends, both the parties are more convinced about whatever they had started off with. Instead of convincing each other, they just keep convincing themselves and become more and more rigid. So here this is a very important sentence. Do not recognize someone's skepticism and try to argue. Arguments only strengthen skepticism. Fear of losing one's freedom brings more resistance and causes more skepticism. This is an interesting statement. See, I want my freedom to think whatever I want, to believe in whatever I want. Now, for so many years, I believed in something, and then someone comes and starts shaking my foundation, starts sharing something, starts trying to tell me something which is contradictory to my belief. So then it is like invasion of privacy. You're invading my sense of freedom. No, let me be with what I'm thinking is right. Don't disturb me. So, so this freedom of uh, believing in what I want to believe, fear of losing this freedom brings more resistance and causes more skepticism. Deep inside every human being, there is faith and love. Skepticism is only a thin layer. If you hold in your mind that this person is a skeptic, you only confirm his or her skepticism. Your silence and the smile from your heart will dispel any skepticism. There is nothing better than silence to break it. Silence means a quality of consciousness, not just keeping your lips tight. You have to give space to people. Everybody has their own pace of understanding, of knowing. But sometimes we are in so much of a hurry. We want to change that person then and there. Maybe it is for that person's good. but we lack the patience. Then what we do, we get into arguments, and then what happens at the end of the argument? You empower that person's skepticism. So, what is the only solution? Silence and smile from your heart. Skepticism only arises in people who walk with boundaries. Children have no skepticism. They live in their fantasy world, a world of many possibilities. Their worlds are of innocence, joy, beauty, and love. The next knowledge is on sacredness and you. So, see you then. Bye.